All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you, brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you believers out there, the Aki and Wa'agwatim. And so, just real quick, I got two scriptures on this one. Just wanted to make aware. Cases of polio been detected in New York wastewater samples. All right. I hope this video don't get too down, but it's been detected. So real quick, I'm gonna just play this video, and then I'm gonna get to two scriptures. Matter of fact, before that, I had looked up what is polio. Okay. Polio is a virus that may cause paralysis and is easily preventable by the polio. You know what? Polio is transmitted through contaminated water and food or contact with an infected person. All right. And you see right here in the animation, it say polio destroyed nerve cells in the spinal cord, causing muscles wasting and paralysis. All right. And you see it's extremely rare. But I think it's a preventable by what. Treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured. Spreads through contaminated food or water, requires a medical diagnosis, lab tests or imaging always required. All right. And it's rare. It's something that popped back up. You see what I'm saying? But hey. All right, now let me go to the video because I want you to hear what this lady said on here.
Wastewater samples from this county-run treatment plant in Harriman are regularly tested for COVID. But recently, health officials started looking for the polio virus. They got a hit from this plant and one further up in Orange County in Middletown.
We've traced it back to the strain coming from the United Kingdom and Jerusalem. I personally always tend to be more cautious, so I would assume that we have people that are positive from it, especially when we have a large community that spends a lot of time overseas, including in Israel.
Health officials in Rockland County recently opened a series of polio vaccine clinics following the first polio case in the country in nearly a decade. The unidentified 20-year-old man had not had the 3-shot vaccine that virtually eliminated the highly contagious disease, needed hospitalization, and suffered some paralysis. Both counties are dealing with low polio vaccine numbers.
What do you think about the fact that the vaccination rates for polio are low in Orange County and Rockland?
I mean, people make their own choices, but, make healthy choices. That's what I could say. Do the right thing.
Who would have thought that polio would be a problem still, right?
No, never have guessed it in a million years that it would pop up again.
What do you think about the fact that it is?
I think it's bizarre how, one thing after another, what's next?
Those vaccinations.
And you heard her say one thing after another, right? And it's bizarre. All right. See, just the times we in. But you notice how she said one thing after another, and that's what's exactly, the intentions of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, as us in the know that is blessed to have come into this marvelous light. No, now when you go to 2nd Ezra 16, starting at verse 36, what do it say? Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her great birth, Slakia, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. On every side, man. You see? So we still was dealing with the C19. Then you had the monkey business pop up. Now, I don't know what this is going to, I don't know. But now we got the P. You see? Now we got the oleo. Because I don't, They might start, if it becomes something, they might start snatching videos down or whatever. If you say it, in the title, I think I'm gonna disguise. I'm gonna use the O's is zeros and stuff like that, just so it won't, you know. But hey, I think it could be treated with a V, you know. But this is just another thing that's popping back up. You see, it's not bizarre to us because we already know that the plagues, the pestilence, they're gonna come. All right.
Numbers being so low have left that community very vulnerable. And you do not want to have permanent life-changing ailments, including death, as a result of not getting vaccinated.
Now you see, they can push the vaccination on that. All right. And I looked up, let me see if I got it. I looked up, what does polio do to a person? Polio is a viral disease which may affect the spinal cord, causing muscle weakness and paralysis. The polio virus enters the body through the mouth, usually from hands contaminated with the stool of an infected person. Polio is more common in infants and young children and occurs under conditions of poor hygiene, okay? And I looked up paralysis. This just for edification's sake. All right, paralysis is what? Complete or partial loss of function, especially when involving the motion or sensation in a part of the body. Loss of the ability to move, a state of powerlessness or incapacity to act. All right, and that's what paralysis is. All right, they got something called sleep paralysis where you up, but then you can't move and think, they call that sleep paralysis, but I think that's something else, That's them wicked spirits jumping on brothers and sisters. But yeah, this is I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm just putting it out there, Just we're gonna keep an eye on this and see what happens. So when you go to all right, because when you go to Matthew 24. All right. Starting at verse 6, it says what? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And are we not? All right. We just had the Nancy Pelosi thing. You got still Russia and Ukraine. Now you got China, Taiwan. You got NATO, BRICS. I mean, hey, we in these times. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. We see that looming, pestilence. All right, see, and earthquakes in diverse places, and we seeing all of these things. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're at the beginning of sorrows. All right, it's only going to intensify. That's why I brought out 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, 36 to 39, when it says, the plagues are not going to slack like comparing it to a woman, when she's about to have that baby. Okay. When she first get her first contraction, it's going to hurt, but she feel it. Then it start ramping up and kicking up all the way until that baby is born. Okay. And then, so this is what it's going to be like. We keep hearing different things. At first, it was just the C19 and that loomed. But now we got the monkey stuff. And now maybe this. And the lady said, what's next? Well, we shall see. All right. So, like I said, I'm just keep an eye on it. You brothers and sisters, just keep an eye on this. I don't know what's to come. But it was like that with the monkey business. It came out and then it kind of went away. Now, boom, we here. So we gonna see what type of angle this is gonna come to. So Lord willing, it was edifying to the next lesson. Shalom.